I know that rainy days kind of sometimes make you feel a little sluggish, you know, just a little low energy because you want to cozy up and cuddle. But no, not on a Tuesday, because we've got our...
She's ready to rumble.
We've got our great debate. And this is one that I'm sure you've had this great debate amongst your friends, amongst your family, especially if, you know, half of you are iPhone users, Apple users, and the other half of you are Android users. So that is our great debate today, Apple or Android, especially because you had Apple just come out with their latest phone. So, you know, if you've got an older model, you can expect it to start dying soon because they like to force your hand to buy the upgrade.
We didn't have enough tinfoil to put on it.
Yeah, I'm ready for this one. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was so anti-Apple as like products were first coming out because they were really expensive, and there were plenty of other options like back in the day. You could have another phone that wasn't an Apple or an Android because smartphones were still really a new concept.
Yes.
Same thing with iPods. You know that I had just a regular boring MP3 player that worked just fine because we weren't going to shell out for the iPod name. So I feel like it was fine. But now I feel like as Apple became sort of the household name, the household product, more and more people were just buying those. And then your options started to fizzle out. And that's what I miss. Options.
There's still plenty of options, though, if you look for it. There are lots and lots and lots of options. Apple is the leader in the clubhouse here in America, but worldwide it's not even close. Like it's not even a debate. It's much more the other direction.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
In the argument...
Which maybe clues you into why it's not as good. Go on.
In the argument for Apple, what I will say is the reason I've always liked their products is they just work. They work, they're easy, they are functional, they look nice, they get the job done. You rarely have a lot of issues with them. Whereas I find on the other side, you might get a nicer camera, or
That's
you
what
might,
I love
or you
about
might
Android.
get this or that, but then other things won't work as well. It's not as seamless, it's not as user-friendly. But the real answer is, who cares? Whatever phone you want to use that phone, and tell anybody that gives you a hard time to kick rocks. That's the real
way
answer.
I used to get booed for having green messages, and I was an Apple user for a long time, but I think I love having the better camera, A, because I like to just always have a good camera on me just in case, whether it is ending up, you know, using something for the job. I'm filming what I'm doing that weekend that we can use as B-roll later. I'm like, I want it to look crisp. I want it to look nice. So that has really been, I mean, honestly, the main reason that I want a smartphone at all is a good camera and like instant access to the apps to post the photos that you took from said camera. That's really it.
It's nice to have the camera. It's the internet connection that matters to me.
See, I wish I could be free of the internet connection.
Oh, I wish I could be, but I can't be. So.
And I do see too, I think what Apple did really smartly, if you will, is all of their products do talk to each other very easily and very well. And I think that's why if you're not like a techie person, which I am not, but my man is a techie person, so it drives him crazy that like Apple will only really talk to each other when he wants a little more like customizable options with his tech, and so he gets really frustrated and he's like, I hate it all.
The problem when you've got all these customizable options is that they, again, don't talk well to each other. The thing I like, as you pointed out about the Apple stuff, it just all works.
But you only need them to talk to each other if you've already bought all their products, which I don't want to buy 8,000 Apple products.
I will say this, though. I think that for years and years, Steve Jobs made that a point of emphasis. Everything works together.
Yeah.
Everything works smoothly. It looks nice. And they've still carried on some of that. But it feels like there's not that much difference now between this year's release and last year's release and the one before that, with the exception of everybody on Earth trying to jam AI in there somehow, whether it needs to be or not.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't seem like the upgrades
That's a whole
are
nother
that much better.
Worms with the AI assistants. I don't need them. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Team Android. I think just because the whole reason that I like having a smartphone, the camera's better, so that's my pick. But we do always turn the conversation over to you. You can chime in our great debate. You can go to coastlife.com/vote, or you could chime in on our socials, Facebook, Instagram. We're there, and we like to hear from you.
And remember, if the message doesn't go through to Leah because she's on a different service that nobody can get to,
that's why I like Android.
I can look at it too.
I'm not bothered by anybody. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't get your message. I've got the perfect excuse. We do have to take a quick break though. When we get back, we are talking the dish of the week.